Alright, so in this video I'm going to answer the question, should you play with a pick or with your fingers, or both? Now I do have to say that, my phone just fell. Let me give you a better angle again. Alright, so in this video I'm going to answer the question, should you play with a pick or with your fingers, or both? And the quickest answer is, it depends. It depends on the kind of music that you're playing. Now for somebody who's just starting out, somebody who plays for the first few weeks or so, you can go either way. You can play with a pick. Picks come in different shapes and gauges. Some are very thin and soft, some are thicker and not as flexible. Usually I go with a medium. That's what works for me. And you hold the pick this way. Let me show you. Well, there's not one way that works for everybody, but I usually hold it this way. Now you're noticing my fingernails are a little bit longer on my right hand. That's because I'm a classical guitarist, and classical guitarists, well, this brings me to the other way, playing with your fingers. Let me give you a better angle, okay? So it's in my hand, my right hand. Classical guitarists, they play what we call finger style, and we grow our fingernails a little bit longer to get a nice, crisp, clear, loud sound. See, so I'm playing with my fingers right now. And I'm actually playing on the fingernail, and it gives me a nice, crisp, clear sound. So you can play with a pick for sure, and here's a couple of examples. You can play down down, or up up, or down up. Okay, you can also strum more than one string. But you can do all of that with your fingers. You can use these two fingers to get a walking motion happening. Watch. See that? Can you see that? You can also strum or play these three fingers together, or just strum down. Look. With the back of your index finger, or maybe even your thumb, strum down. So for a beginner G chord, right here, when you first start playing, you can play that G chord with a pick. That chord has 4 strings in it, so from this string going down, here's my G chord, and then I use my pick, and I place it on that 4th string, and I just strum down. But I can also just use the back of my index finger to strum that, watch. Or just my thumb. Okay? Now I do have to say that certain things can only be played with a pick, and certain things can only be played with, with a finger style kind of playing. So it all depends on the kind of music that you play. So just to show you from this angle, if I play something like, now look at this hand right now, okay? Now it's hard, actually impossible to play that with a pick, because you can't pluck all of those notes at the same time. I guess you could do it this way, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, but certain things, like if you play some classical music, like I mean, you couldn't play that with a pick. There's just too much going on, okay? I think I'll stop here. So how do you play the guitar? Do you play with a pick? Do you play with the fingers? It depends. You can do either, and actually both. So some people like to hold the pick this way. And let's go to a better angle. And look, play this, and with the bottom three fingers, plucking. So that's also very doable. So now the advantage of that is you can go back and forth between strumming and plucking. Okay, but that's for a little bit later. For now, don't stress too much over this. If you don't have a pick, if you don't like to play with a pick, just play finger style. If you do have a pick, feel free to try and use it. Let's stop right here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson.